Hey, this is MC Hellraiser doing a Team Slayer on Snowbound playthrough, and this is the game that I got my 50 on. The first thing I decided to do this game was grab the overshield and try to put immediate pressure on the sniper. I can afford to be more aggressive with this overshield, and as long as I don't get like double or triple BR'd, immediately can put pressure on the sniper. So right away we ended up with both sniper rifles. Did a team BR on that guy, and that's the most important thing in a high level Slayer. You definitely got to have the teamwork. Team BR is essential because most people are smart enough to stay next to some form of cover so that you can't kill them quickly enough with just your own BR. I ended up going plus 10 this game, and basically that plus 10 is what carried my team to victory. And on the flip side of things, you've got to stay close enough to cover too, especially in Team Slayer. It's not like MLG. It's not necessarily such a good idea, I don't think, to be as aggressive as you would be in MLG. That radar kind of changes things. You want to be close enough to some sort of... You always want to have an exit, I find. And you always want to try to have some sort of second weapon that is useful. In Team Slayer, you want your BR so you can team shoot, and you want some sort of second weapon that is at least halfway considered a power weapon, like I've got going right now. And in Team Slayer, there's enough weapons on the map to where you can usually accomplish this. Unfortunately, I didn't get that guy, but even if you don't kill someone, you can call them out. And I didn't see if anyone actually managed to clean him up or not, but I'm almost positive I called him out. I was aiming to get both of those guys as they were both hurt, but I only got one of them because the third guy snuck up on me. I'm trying to regroup with my team here. I hadn't forgotten about that guy that I was targeting earlier. And it was a little late, but I finally made him pay. And this guy down here is alone and isolated, so I want to put pressure on him from using my team. Because when a full team puts pressure on one guy, he's not going to live for very long. Now though, there's more people and power weapons involved, which is why if you've got a guy lingering around, you want to kill him as quickly as possible. Otherwise, bad things start happening. As that guy just proved, all you have to do, and not just in Team Slayer, but in any game, all you have to do is stay alive, and shit happens. Now that was some awesome teamwork, though. If you're under all sorts of pressure, just try to stay alive, and good things will usually happen. I'm always trying to peek out and shoot. I see these guys are kind of trying to move over to alien base. But not this guy. I can't tell right now if he's underground or if he's coming up the front, so I threw a nade, but apparently that nade didn't hit him. I was kind of out in the open there, so I tried to get back behind some form of cover as quickly as I could. One of the things that a lot of people seem to have trouble with in Team Slayer is recognizing when they have a good setup and when they don't necessarily need to do anything. contrary to MLG, where since you have no radar, you want to be aggressive all the time if you can be, you know. In Team Slayer, you have the benefit of a radar, so if you have a good setup, you can keep it. You don't need to go to them if it doesn't benefit you. You don't need to, and it's not always a good idea to either. If you're ahead by 4 like we are, or more, you know, if you're ahead at all, it really doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to go attack the other team. Let them come to you instead. And if you're wondering why I was shooting the wall up there, just randomly shooting into the corner, it's a tactic that actually happens most in Lone Wolves, but you can use it here in Team Slayer too. I was shooting that wall to make the guy below me think that I'd shifted my attention to someone else. I wanted him to think that I was ignoring him and focused on somebody else. Good players will attack you once you're committed to someone else, even if they don't have a shield, or even if they're in a bad position. And that's what I got him to do. I got him to come up and attack me because he thought that I was focused on somebody else. And it worked. And that was important too, because we needed that guy out of our base. You remember what happened earlier. That same guy, in fact, had been the one who stayed down there forever and just wouldn't die, and a bunch of us got killed because of it. Now this is where things get clutch. We're tied up here. Here comes an overshield, I think. Get some shots on this guy. We gotta put pressure on him since he's alone now. Clean him up before he can do anything. We've got them on the retreat since they're running underground, which is good. Going underground at higher levels is a pretty bad idea. I think using underground for anything more than a quick route from A to B is pretty fucking pointless. The only time I go underground is to escape, and this is how I got my 50. 14 kills, 4 deaths. Definitely a big carry, as you can see, since the game was within 4. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and hope you definitely learned a better way to play Team Slayer. Alright, I'm out.